Hi there. Do you hear me well? Yes? Okay. Thanks for being here. And I'm here with a clear mission. I have just 15 minutes, and I'm not going to explain tons of things, giving you a lot of data, but I want to give you a question, and I want to answer this question. Are you aware of what's happening today in the AI space? Are you aware of what's happening? Are you coming to LinkedIn and seeing the post by everyone? It's crazy. It's exhausting, I can say it from inside, but it's crazy. Every single day, what's happening is a big disruption. It will change not only the future of our companies, it will change the future of our careers. I'm seeing this from inside because I've been working in this space, building no-code tools, AI tools, tools for creators and makers, very close to the AI space for 15 years, 10 years and 5 as an engineer. And I've been seeing what's happening science in the last 2 years is crazy. I want to give you an overview and some clues of what you should be doing now. But first, just a little bit of context. We know it always happens in the same way. From time to time, new disruptions are coming. And at the very beginning, they come in a very silent way. We don't really know what's the potential of these disruptions. But in the end, they change everything. Just a couple of examples. Mobile, geolocation. No? When this advancement came to the market, we didn't understand what was about to happen. But let's think, what's the disruption in our lives, in even how wars are happening today, how we consume, how we do everything with maps, delivery apps, Uber, dating apps, everything is changing from this disruption. Another one, cloud computing, a very silent one at the very beginning, the capability of processing code in the cloud. But they change the productivity world, the tools that we use, we all use today, tools that are using this disruption, and it's changing how we work. No? Well, this is nothing. This is anything compared, and we all agree in this space, compared to what's happening in AI. The potential disruption, it has nothing to do with this. It's crazy. So let's see what's the potential. But just also a little bit of context about me, because you will understand why this is so important to me. As you can maybe figure out, I'm one of these kids from the 80s generation, like the ones in the Stranger Things that you can say. We were all makers. We were obsessed with video games, building video games, try to learn to code to build these video games. And basically, this is what I've been doing in my career. Trying to build tools to help people to build their own tools without having or learning to code. This is why I co-founded Landbot, a tool to build chatbots without code. This is why I'm working in Plytix to help brands to sell online, building their own tools there. But for me, in these spaces, everything changed in 2022. What happened in 2022? What happened? At the end of 2022, ChatGPT. Yeah, that was what happened. That day, 13th, 2022, I opened the news, I saw what's happening, I tried ChatGPT, and I understood, oh my God, everything's gonna change. What was the disruption? What are the capabilities? And understanding this really well will be an advantage for you. If you understand what's in the end changing, you can see how you can take advantage of this at your companies. So I can summarize. Don't read it. I can tell you. The 4 main things that are changing. First is this: these LLMs, these chatbots, can really more or less understand what you are trying to tell them. No interface required. It's just language, communication. They can read not only your in your conversation, they can read and summarize a document, but not only one. They have the potential to summarize millions of sources. In the moment these companies, OpenAI, created this, they fed these models with the entire internet. They have access to the entire internet, so they fed their models with this. The papers, research, and the companies that are taking advantage of this within their space, they are feeding their chatbots or their AIs with their own company context. All their interviews with customers, all their sessions in sales transcripts, all their marketing data. So they have a smart system that can understand what's happening, summarize, learn, and propose things. Other capability, generating and adapting the content, new content. From these ones, from these articles, these texts, they can create new content to solve your problems and adapt it to your context, mind-changing. And finally, the fourth one is, this is not just about text. It can happen with images, with video, they can code. So basically, you can do almost all your company processes with this. You don't need humans? Not at all. I really believe humans are really needed, and they have even a much more important role here, but different one. The point is that these four new capabilities were improved with superpowers connected to the capabilities that we already had in the technology. APIs. Someone really smart at one company, at Anthropic, injected APIs into these models to build what's called MCPs. So right now we can talk to APIs. You can talk to an API in any of your tools, for example, any CRM you are using. You're using HubSpot. You can talk from any LLM to HubSpot to look for missing opportunities, to look for data that's important and you are not taking advantage of it. And that's amazing. Automation, databases, interfaces, Internet of Things. In the intersection of existing technology and these new ones, is awesome. One example is automation and AI. Yesterday, OpenAI released something really crazy, that is their engine to build agents in a very simple way. So right now, with this, you can build flows, automation flows at your company, for example, to generate leads on autopilot. Look into your CRM, look for opportunities, enrich these opportunities with context from internet, draft an email, send an email to the customer. Depending on the answer, send in another one, follow up. If the customer is not answering, send in another one in 10 days. Autopilot, your lead generation, support, coding, is up to your creativity. I compiled here, this is a very interesting email sent by a person I really admire a lot, Greg Ginsberg, a lot of very tactical use cases for AI. So after this session, if you want this list, I can send it to you in LinkedIn. So let's connect, Fer Guirao, and I can send you this presentation. You can take a picture too, but they have crazy use cases for AI with very specific tools that you can take advantage. Okay, but just very specific examples of my experience, how I use or how some companies you know Airbnb. Airbnb have a B2B product too, that with a sales team, talking to enterprise customers, selling this B2B. Usually, B2B teams, sales teams, they realize new product opportunities that should be interesting to build. So usually they explain to the product team, okay, we need to build this, but it's not clear. What at Airbnb today are doing, salespeople is coding with AI. In 1 hour, a prototype, interactive, full, living prototype of these ideas coming from customers' conversations. Another one is from me, in my practical experience, in my team, I use a tool called Notebook LM from Google to build, first, podcast. Maybe you have seen this tool, but podcast, interactive synthetics podcast created by the AI with 2 hosts talking about the product strategy at my company. So instead of this one-page doc that no one reads, they see this podcast, listen, get the details, and many other use cases here. Maybe, no, many other use cases. You can see this list later. So the point is, we are seeing with all of these things, we are seeing two types of companies changing in the AI era. One is new disruptive companies that are going for our companies. They're catching us. I'm seeing at every single category in the market, new, small, very lean companies with 50 people, 40 people, young ones with access, with AI at the core of their processes, growing insanely fast. And we are seeing, in the other side, all type of companies being threatened, all reluctant companies that are not embracing the change. They are trying to push AI into their teams, like sending just an email, hey, folks, you should use ChatGPT. This means nothing. They are struggling with all processes and not facing these changes directly. The point is that to drive this wave, you should start with your culture. You should implement a culture of learning, trying, experimenting, leading by example. Is not just asking our folks to use these AI tools, just being with them, exploring possibilities. This is how we should be. If we do, it will pay off. I guess it won't be easy, but we have here the potential to change, as I said, the future of our companies, but also our own future, our own career. Thanks so much.